Welcome to Fashion Futurum Forum. My name is Liga Zemture and I am Editor-in-Chief of L'Officiel Baltics. Today we will be discussing very essential topic that's important and very interesting for all designers, and actually I have to admit for myself too. So today's theme will be celebrities wearing my brand. Who doesn't want that, really? Your design to be featured on red carpet, worn by a celebrity. So my guests today are Michaela Erlanger, celebrity stylist from New York, and Michael Carpin, celebrity stylist, fashion editor, and image architect from Paris. Welcome, Michaela and Michael. Hope you both are feeling great, and let's start our discussion with short introduction of yourselves. Michaela, in few words, please tell us about yourself.
It's nice to meet everyone, and I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for having me. I am a celebrity stylist based in New York City. My clients include Meryl Streep, Lupita Nyong'o, Diane Kruger, Common, Jared Leto, and many others. I have been styling celebrities and editorial publications for about the last decade. And I am thrilled to share my knowledge with all of you today, and I'm excited to be a part of this discussion.
That's amazing. We are excited that you are here. And now, Michael, please shortly introduce yourself as well.
Hi, guys. I am happy to be here with you. I'm Michael. I'm based in Paris. I'm now a celebrity stylist. My background is shooting a lot of editorial for Vogue, Plus Bazaar, Elle, L'Officiel, and many more. After that, I start working with models and supermodels, and I'm now more close to the French supermodel Cindy Brunard, which I absolutely drawn her image through the years. And I think with her kind of Frenchy people see right now, and it's really cool because it's really difficult, in fact, especially in the world of celebrity worldwide, when you're like a European and you get involved into like the major carpet worldwide. It's absolutely cool right now. So we're going to discuss all of this today. Which is
that's amazing. We are very, very happy to have you both. And so let's move to the questions. We have so many, and all the designers are so eager to find out how to work with the celebrity stylists and how to send all designs to you. So the first question would be, okay, let's start with you, Michael. So who should designer contact to suggest their clothing? Is it like directly you? Is it agencies, or how does it work?
Start with me?
Yeah, let's start with you.
All right. I mean, for sure, if it's your relationship between an artist and a stylist, you should always reach out to the stylist. Most of the time, if you go directly to the celebrity, I feel you cut the relationship, or the line who should be stylist bring to the artist, because it's absolutely important to trust those two people are together. You have to pass first by the stylist, which I think the first thing, because I think celebrities see so much things to have the crush. So if you go directly to them, after that, discuss with the stylist. If you have another vision, it's going to be complicated. So I think the best thing is the stylist bring the vision to the artist from my side.
Okay, and Michaela, what's about situation in USA, New York, and
Absolutely. I think I agree with Michael. It is important that the brands first reach out to the stylist. That is really where the initial relationship will start. And our clients have entrusted us to help create and develop their image. And their image is an extension of their brand. So it's our job to make sure that we are presenting them with the options that are authentic and that will help in creating that image, whether it's for the red carpet or for a magazine and so forth. And I think that, there are so many brands across the world. You have to keep in mind, stylists, we're doing everything from head to toe, from the shoes to the undergarments, to jewelry, eyewear, fashion, all the clothing, couture, the whole 9 yards. So we also get inundated with a lot of inquiries and requests. And again, in developing that relationship, it's important that you reach out and that you follow up too. We're always working on different types of projects, and just because we might not be able to respond right away, or perhaps it's not the right fit for one client, it doesn't mean it won't work another time or for a different client. So definitely the relationship between the designer and the stylist is paramount. We are kind of like the brokers of it all.
Yeah, perfect. So, and how do you usually find celebrity who will appreciate the brand's idea and the spirit, share the spirit? You feel the celebrity, you know them, and then you're trying to find the perfect match, yes? Or how does it
work? I think, it is a stylist's job to educate their client. And it is a stylist's job to also interpret what their client's needs are and likes are and preferences are. So perhaps I have a client who's focused on sustainability and only wants to wear sustainable brands, or perhaps, I don't know, there's another particular message that is important to them. It's my job to present to them the brands that fit that. And to educate them. There's no way that they could possibly know, or have sort of the expanse, because there's so many incredible designers out there that do incredible different things. So yes, it does sort of start with us. And some clients are more receptive. Some are more knowledgeable than others. Some love fashion, some don't have a clue. It really does range. And again, it's our job to sort of guide our clients through that process.
And what do you do with the celebrities who doesn't have a clue? Like, it's quite a hard job, I suppose.
It really is. It's a learning process. It's a learning curve. It comes with shared trust. It comes with time. I work with a lot of emerging talent who, for the first time, will be walking on the red carpet, or have a major blockbuster movie coming out, or will be going to Cannes Film Festival for the first time, or doing a movie premiere. And it can be overwhelming for them at times, because they have to focus on doing their job, which is promoting their film and answering questions and doing press and so forth. It's our job to guide them along the way. And I actually really love working with emerging talent, both on the designer side and on the celebrity side, because I believe that you really are able to, you're able to help both sides grow. So it really is, it's a process.
Yeah, it might be very amazing and intriguing process. So Michael, what do you think about delivering brands' spirit and idea to celebrity?
I feel most of the time we're like psychologists. Like she said, we have to educate the clients. We need to know them. And also, like fashion is about express. With the looks you express, you have a message to spread. The look gonna say what you want to say, even you say nothing. So your stylist is gonna help you through the process of vision. When someone know you, he's gonna bring the best for you. That means like you're gonna understand exactly what you want to say this day, at this moment, on this red carpet, at this event. And this is what I call a relationship between celebrity and stylist, because reality is we're like a relationship when we clip. When we work with emerging talent, it's absolutely different, because for sure we bring them maybe where the stylist, the others already gets. So they have to also, we have also to educate them through the process, because you're not arriving to the top, the step, there's a road to follow. And we're here to guide you. Even like not everyone can be Lady Gaga when you arrive on the scene. So we're here for that. We need to canalize all the energy, everything. So yeah, for sure, I feel with psychologists through the vision, through the heart, through a lot of things. But when we understand each other, it goes really quick. What you want to say, we're going to understand and bring the message without you talking.
Yeah, Michaela, I hear you have something to add.
Well, I'm nodding in agreement because I mean, it is so true. You really, every time your client is photographed, you know, those photos go around the world. And there really is a lot of weight in what you wear. So you really are making a statement, whether or not you're saying something or not, to Michaela's point. It really are sharing a message. And at least in the States, you know, these days, there was, you know, there have been, the red carpet has kind of evolved, and what you say, I think people look to what you're wearing in order to communicate that. You know, we have seen the Golden Globes when everyone wore all black versus people who are wearing sustainable fashion or vintage or whatever it might be, to support whatever message, let alone maybe the message of their film or whatever it is that they're promoting or what is important to them. So there is a lot of weight in what you wear.
Yeah, and actually how you find the contact with celebrities? You both are amazing stylists, but I think it's a way for you as well to find this with whom to work. And Meryl Streep, it's like, oh my God, or Lupita, it's amazing. So what's the process, or like how do you click with the clients, or how you find them?
Well, you know, in my case, at least it works one of two ways. Either the clients reach out to me, and stylists have agents. So we're represented by agencies that negotiate, you know, our fees and also our bookings and our schedules, and help to make sure that everything runs very smoothly, because sometimes we have to travel with our talent, and it can be a logistical situation. But either the client will approach you, or the publicist that represents the celebrity will approach you and say, I'm interested in, you know, having you style X, Y, and Z, and can I set up a meeting? It's kind of like dating. You know, you have to click. There has to be a natural synergy and relationship and a level of trust. And the other way it works is sometimes I'll approach talent and I'll say, oh my gosh, you know, or my agent will reach out and say, are they looking? Michaela loves so-and-so and would be delighted to work with them. And sometimes it happens that way. More often than not, though, the publicists will reach out when there is talent that is looking for a glam squad, right? The hair, the makeup, the stylist, the whole package. And it typically will happen around the promotion of a specific film. But the goal is always to create a long-lasting relationship. Celebrities don't want to have to change their stylist or their hair and makeup team 100 times. Yeah. You want to find the right fit, because when you have that level of trust, you can also really grow together. And so, you know, that's always the goal. And sometimes you'll see people change, or it doesn't work out, or whatever it might be. But the hope is that you really are developing a long-lasting relationship.
And you mentioned that these are agencies. I think that for many designers, there is like always this big question. Okay, I want to send my design piece to, and then he like kind of stops and he doesn't understand what
it's
kind
not
of
the agent. It's not the agent.
It's not agencies. It's like stylists, directly stylists. Yes.
It's the style, send to the stylist.
Okay.
The agency is only our representative to handle our, you know, negotiating our fees and our bookings and our schedules. They represent a lot of stylists, so it's a great resource. If you need information, if you need an email address, you can reach out to the agencies and they might provide it to you. And they represent a lot of us. So,
but I think nowadays, is it like good approach to write you, for example, on Instagram, or it will be lame? Yeah,
absolutely. I check at least for me, I don't know for other people, but I check that's how I discovered new brands. Instagram's an incredible resource and tool. I check my Instagram inbox just like I check my email. So I'm very responsive on it. I think, again, there's no hurt in reaching out to people in whichever way you are able. If you don't have someone's email, then that's a good place to start. But I mean, I've discovered incredible brands, especially new brands, for the first time through Instagram. So yes,
me too. For the magazine, I'm always looking.
It's great.
Yeah. So, Mikael, regarding these questions, what do you think? Like, how do you find the contacts with celebrities, and how it's better to approach you? Is it like through the mails or through agencies or like Instagram?
I mean,
Tell
you can
us.
try everything, like every sort of platform, mail, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, whatever. I mean, like, if the moment we're gonna go through the message and everything, there's one day, even we didn't see it the moment, there will be, we always have these moments, we have a moment alone, and we go back to everything. So even we didn't see you, we're gonna see you one day, and we're gonna have a surprise or not, but we're gonna have an interest and like start something together, because for sure, I mean, like, our work is to discover like young designer, new design for our clients. For sure, we're gonna have one time to look. No offense, don't feel mad, don't feel afraid. For sure, just be brave. Just send your message. One day, for sure, we're gonna work together. This is really like best advice.
So it's the best to send you like the presentation or just brand's Instagram. And I think for me, it as well is like, I see like it's the blink of the eye. I see if the brand does it fit to L'Officiel or it doesn't. It's the same with you as well. Yes, you see the brand, or you like go and review all the brands that approach you, like. Or you see, oh no, this brand is not gonna work for me, and you're like, how is it, Mikael?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like, in the second, for sure, I know exactly where I'm going, which type of client fit with everything. But for sure, I can have a surprise. So for me, the way to approach, maybe especially when you approach people with social, because it's just one of the things we use the most, through the email, sometimes it's not necessary to put a lot of things, just put your best. You know what I mean? Like, if you have 10 looks, try to approach it with your 3 best pictures. Because we have a lot of emails. We can go like through all lookbooks, through all campaign, through all images. We cannot click to all link and everything. So for me, most of the time when my eyes I catch, I mean, in the moment I saw one picture and boom, I want to go and I want to see and I want to discover. And I think it's not only me, it's all the stylists, like, for sure. It's exactly because when we love something, or when something is trendy or something, we all want it. I mean, like Michaela, me, and all the stylists in the world. And the request came from all of us, and all the people are going crazy.
Actually, I remember this, like I was watching TV show, this Rachel Zoe, like long time ago. And I still remember that she was like, hunting for the only one pieces and everything like that. Do you have this game as well? Like,
it's hard. You know, there's only one sample most of the time, and everybody wants it, and the magazines and all the stylists. So it can be competitive, for sure.
And how do you compete? Like what you do, or it's like the events?
I mean, you know, I think it depends on the events and who the client is, and the brand is going to prioritize what's important to them too. But I think it is important to echo what Mikael said. You know, we get a lot of emails, we get a lot of Instagrams, and we have only so many hours in the day. And if you are sending your best work, it's going to have the best success rate. I do think with emails, it's fine to attach a lookbook or something of that nature. And again, just remember, you know, something might not be right. We'll reach out when it is right. And it's okay to remind us that you're there and that maybe you have something new, maybe it's a new season or so forth. So don't be afraid.
Is it same for you? For me, when I get like many editorials per day, and when photographers send me editorials, those who are in, for example, in WeTransfer, and there's no preview, I just delete.
Forget it. Well, we're kind of like market editors. I mean, stylists are essentially, we're like little mini magazines, you know, that we have the same volume of clothing coming in and out. And, you know, we are like you, working to discover new brands and so forth. So it's very similar to working with a market editor at a magazine, working with a stylist. Yeah.
So the next question, what are the criteria from which you choose a look for celebrity? It's like the event, or like, how do you choose? Like, I don't know, celebrity comes to you and then they say it's like event, I need the dress, or you dress for like every day, or how is it like? And
so everybody's different. Typically with celebrity, some stylists do street style. I don't. My clients don't need that with me. I primarily just do their appearances. So what happens is my client's publicist will let us know that they have a movie coming out or something worth promoting, or maybe they're presenting an award, or they're attending a red carpet as a guest, or whatever it might be. They have an appearance. And we will get the details of that. Sometimes we get very short notice. Sometimes we might have 24 hours to figure it out. Most of the time we'll have at least a week or two. But when it's part of a movie campaign, it's really important that you are establishing a narrative. And at least with me, I think it's all about storytelling. So I'll have a mood board, and I'll make sure that my client and the rest of the team, hair and makeup, and everybody is aligned as to what the vision is. And we really sort of stick to the garments that fit that mold. And you also have to take into account what your client might fit, because we're working with runway samples, and you know, how are these clothes sized, what season they are, what day are you fitting, and are they available? You know, there's so many different logistics, and of course, is it the right style? So there are a lot of different sort of steps along the way that determine. And then we have a fitting date, and everything will arrive before the fitting date, and we try on everything.
What would be the advices for the designers? Like, what are, I don't know, the sizings? I know myself that they are usually running quite small. So what would be very good advice for the designers? I don't know, either to send sizes, Michaela.
Well, it's important for the stylist to include what their client sizes are in the request. Yeah. The stylist's job is to include the fitting date, the list of events that you are fitting for, so the brands know what the clothes are being considered for, when the expected returns are, and any details. And typically we have to alter samples because they don't fit. You know, they are designed for the runway models, and that celebrities aren't runway models. So sometimes they fit, sometimes they don't, but most of the time they require alterations. And it's important for the brand to also be realistic that, okay, if this doesn't fit, we will cover the cost of alterations, or okay, if this doesn't fit, perhaps you can produce one in the right size. Or, I mean, I think it's a broken model. I think that the whole concept of there just being these double zeros is really archaic, and I hope that there's time for change coming soon. But at least for now, it's what we're working with. But I think, again, having a dialogue with the stylist, because it's not worth it if the clothes aren't going to fit. You might as well not send, and you might as well send to somebody else. So really having a transparent conversation is important.
Okay, perfect. And Michael, what's regarding your clients?
I think it's the same process. First of all, depends on the personality. Also, it's exactly the same process. I mean, all the clothes are from the runway. Most of the people don't fit those outfits. They need alteration, as she said. So if you really want to work with a celebrity or something, or like you want to create something, when you reach out to the stylist, you're going to have all the measurement, everything. More you have information, if you want a surprise, for example, you get the stylist last minute, you can analyze, try to find, because now you can find a lot of things. So if there are alterations after that, not that, there's like last minute things people can do. But I feel the first things for sure is to have a relationship, talk, try to prepare everything in amount, because like, I mean, between the moment the clothes are there and the event is probably during the fitting, most of the, especially now, everything goes so quick. We talk about before COVID, maybe now we're going to have, after that, we're going to have more time through the process of things coming. But before, everything was going so quick. So fitting, straight after you have like the event man, the red carpet or something. And I mean, like, you lose chance. The thing is, you're going to lose chance.
Is it good idea for the designer to send you, like, if you have chosen one dress and then they send maybe something more you even haven't chosen before? Is it, or it is better for designer to send exact piece you chose, and how is it?
So I think it's important to ask, because sometimes it's very helpful and other times it's just extra work for us. And it's like, we have so much clothing coming in and out that we are responsible for, and it's just extra work. It is, but there are times, there are exceptions to that. You know, there are times when it's incredibly helpful. And I think, again, if you have a dialogue, if you say, I'm including some extras, the stylist has an opportunity to say, no, please don't. Otherwise, feel free. You know, I think, again, having the communication, the open dialogue is really important. And also to offer sending extra fabric or to send things that have seam allowance in the seams is really helpful too. Again, alterations are huge. I don't really know anyone that doesn't have alterations.
Yeah, okay, we already touched this question now. Like, what's the like biggest mistakes designers are like doing when sending or communicating with celebrity stylists? Or you, Michaela, and
I think expecting things to work out the first time. I think listen, we're always going to do our best, and at the end of the day, only one dress is going to be worn, and we have a lot to try on, and you know, we're going to do our best. But there are lots of factors sometimes when things don't work out. But just because something might not work out, I think a lot of times brands can be discouraged, and it's just not a realistic expectation to have. I think it is important for new designers to be flexible and to be understanding and to ask for feedback when that happens, because we can share with them a lot of information as to why something didn't work that might better help them when they are producing their next collection or a sample set or whatever it might be. And information and knowledge is power. So again, I think it really is about establishing trust and a relationship with the stylist, and knowing that this takes time too.
Yeah. And Michael, did you have like any, when there is like something goes wrong completely, designers send you, or some mistakes they do? What's in your opinion?
I mean, the mistakes is never send a backup when it's not a first option. I mean, this is something like, I mean, we trust you. Like when we confirm something, we want this thing we confirm. If it's not in a box, I mean, it's a big problem for us. We don't even want to see something else because we were waiting for this. So like, this is for me one of the big mistakes.
So true.
Because you cannot convince us, because we already think about this or work on this or have a vision or have prepared so much things around this. So like, it's going to be very terrible. And like, for sure, it's going to be a problem in this relationship. For sure.
100%. And actually, speaking of that, one other thing that has happened before that I think brands need to be aware of is if they have multiple sample sets, to not be sending them to different celebrities at the same time. You know, it really is important that you are managing your product carefully, because at least in the States, you don't want to wear something that somebody else has already worn and so forth. And sometimes there's this editorial samples and there's red carpet samples and so forth. But I really agree with what you said. If you confirm something, it better be in that box, because we're counting on it. And because the chances of it working are probably much higher. Yeah.
Of course, yeah. So maybe you have some, Mikhail, do you have some life hacks for stylists?
What do you say? I'm sorry.
Do you have some life hacks for stylists? To work with celebrities?
I mean, if always reach out to us. Like, I mean, the first thing always is that don't send your information, emails for me, your best pictures. I mean, through the time, I mean, you can also like understand what the mood or style of each type of stylist. I mean, because we all do it different things. So it's maybe if you want to reach out to us, maybe like try to go to our inspiration, what we have done before, maybe to just try to catch our intention in a minute, because for sure, like we said before, we receive so much email, so much proposition, so much images in a moment. Like even in a day, I have so much unread mail, because sometimes I receive it like, don't send it like 10 times a day. Like give us like, even like we didn't answer, like give us a break in between, because we're going to see it the day we need it. We come back to you, because most of the time, because I'm sure Michaela, well, I don't know, I'm talking between, sometimes we keep this in the corner. Maybe we didn't answer, but we know we're going to get back to you for something, you know. That doesn't mean we don't want to work with you, or the idea is probably like on its way. You know, we probably talk to a client about it or something, but we're waiting for the right moment, like to contact you also, because we don't want also maybe to like deceive people. We know it costs money to send, to return and everything. So we're careful about that too, like most of the time when we're working. So we have to control also the entry, the return. So, I mean,
it's a lot.
It's a lot.
How big are your teams, Michaela? How big is your team?
In pre-COVID times, I had a team of 4, because I work between New York and LA and also Europe. But sometimes I'd even bring on additional freelancers or people just for extra hands and interns and that kind of thing, just to help get all the boxes in and the boxes out. And also just because of the volume of clients and requests. COVID's a little different. COVID is me and one other person, so I'm doing all the dirty work myself. You know, I'm like a FedEx facility with all the boxes. But no, I mean, I agree. I agree with what Mikhail said. So yeah.
And Mikhail, what's about you? How big is your team?
I mean, me too. I work with 2 people that we work all the time together. And most of the time, for sure, like before, it was like being there, going to Paris, after that New York, after that he sent you to Milan, after that he sent you to London. Now it's going like more easier, for sure. I mean, like I've interned like her before to return the box and everything, and now for sure I can do it, because the situation is absolutely different right now. But I mean, like, I wish we go back to this soon, for sure. And it's going to happen.
I believe too. So, and do you, like before COVID, did you fly with celebrities? Do you go to the like event place if you are, for example, in New York?
Sometimes. I mean, it depends on if there's budget for the studios to fly us or the event to fly, or if the client wants to fly us. It really, most of the time, truly, unless like it's a big award show, in which case I'll be there for, you know, the Oscars or Cannes or whatever. Most of the time you're giving the client the suitcase, and you know, their hair and makeup will zip them up, or their personal assistant will zip them up if they are not, you know, in the same city as you. Because with me, you know, my clients are on press tours. They'll go to Europe, they'll go to Asia, they'll go around the globe to promote a movie, and you know, they will have to find a way. So also sometimes, you know, things happen, and maybe the dress breaks, or maybe the weather changes, or, you know, it's too cold to wear something that was planned. And so just trust that the stylist is doing the best they can.
With how many luggages you always
A
travel?
lot. A lot.
Michael, how about you? Do you fly with your...
Yeah, for sure. And when we talk about luggage, I mean, like they're all part of glamorous, for sure, the dream. But we carry so much things.
Yeah.
See, like I can like count the pain in my hand and my feet because we carry so much things. Like how many luggage, and like we need to have in mind how to organize all of this because like it's not you have 10 luggage. You need to there's an order to open it because like for sure it's gonna be a mess after that to open 10 luggages, then open 23 kilos of 10 luggages. So I mean, for sure it's very difficult. Like, but yeah, for sure, traveling it was before traveling is cool. Going to the event, I mean, depend of the client. If they really depend of the client, they people they want us to come. They people when they ready, they don't especially need us. So we find the balance.
Yeah.
Okay. And okay, right now there are so many bloggers and blogger celebrities. Do you work with bloggers as well? And what do you think about working with bloggers? I see you both, and it's like okay, Michaela. Yeah,
I have. I presently am not. I have in the past, and I actually think it's really interesting. I wouldn't say bloggers. I would say influencer. And I'm very selective about who I work with, whether they are a celebrity or an influencer, because I have to be able to relate to them and I have to be able to carry out their vision. We have to be in sync. So it really depends. I think that it's a whole new world. And again, if it's the right client for me, I will know.
Okay. And Michael?
Exactly the same for me. I'm very careful on, I mean, like we click or we not click. So like this, it's working and it starts working. So if it's good for me or if I have an interest or something, because for sure our job is about discover clothes, talents, so influencer is something really new. So it's very cool. For the moment, me too, I don't have, I didn't get a chance to work with, I met some of them, but for the moment, we didn't get a chance to work together, but it's going to happen for sure because I think we have to, it's a new job. It's a new way to present yourself. It's a new way to work. So for sure, they're coming they're going bigger and bigger and bigger. But it's also a match because influencers already create themselves. The thing is we have different codes. We need to understand each other and match because for sure, most of it, I mean, like, they not when we took people in development, they expect something from us. So it's more easier. Those people are arriving and they already built something by themselves. So it's really difficult to them, I feel, to depend on where they want to go. When we know where they want to go, we know if it works for us or not. Okay,
time passes so quickly. At the end, I wanted to ask you, I'm sure that so many people will now approach you. The question is, for example, Michaela, you said that there is, you don't like street styles.
It's not that I don't like it. My clients just don't necessarily need it. It depends.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So the designer should approach you mostly with what? Is it like gowns or what kind of?
No. So actually, yes. One important thing that people don't realize is that on a press tour, that's what it's called when a celebrity is traveling to promote a movie or attend a red carpet. On their press tour, there's multiple appearances. Most of those appearances are daytime events. There is one movie premiere per city, or maybe one movie premiere for the whole movie. Most of what they need is cocktail or daytime. So while I don't do street style, I do work with, ready to wear, day wear, most frequently. And also, you know, when a stylist is working with a celebrity, they're also doing all their editorial, they're doing all their advertising. There are so many other projects beyond just the red carpets specifically that we work across. So there are lots of different mediums. Yeah.
And Mikhail, for you, it's this.
I mean, like for sure, I mean, the term street style is really trendy also because we do like day outfit. In fact, like day outfit became street style. So I mean, like for sure, we trend, so it became street style. But it's like for me, it's like day outfits. So there's like no difference between maybe it's two like expression, one more trendy, one maybe more professional.
Okay.
So I mean, we for sure all those day outfits. It's what people I feel. This is what bring also is the image of the client, but it's also what helps brands to like sell because most of the outfit we use on red carpet are maybe unaffordable for a lot of people. So like all these day outfit are really, I feel are really important and I love it and I love to work on it. I love also to change codes on how to present yourself, but also it depends on the people. Depend of the client, depend of the moment, because like I mean, people say street style. Are you going to Cannes? You go out of the Martinez just to go to an event and they shoot you like quickly. They call it street style.
Yeah.
But it's a day outfit just to go to dates.
Okay, guys. I'm so sorry to say, but we ran out of the time, and I was so super happy to meet you both. And thank you for, and I'm wishing you all the celebrities you want to get.
Thank you.
So we wish you a wonderful, I think, evening and morning, and hope to see